Hey guys, Prophet here, bringing you another guide. This one's for Icebox. I'll start on defense. Keep in mind, guys, most of these darts, some of these darts are mine, and some are just things that I've seen from average Jonas is lineups that are pretty nice. Most of the darts that I use are usually like non-lineup ones because it's important to, like I've always stated on most of my guides, it's always important to sometimes just do a dart like that, because that's like in higher level gameplay, those are the ones that are gonna ping compared to like if when you're here and you do like a really weak dart like that, it's really slow, right? So like if you're right here and it's in the open, most of the time the best type of darts are always the one that are like full charge. So no lineup needed, you're in the open, you know what I mean? Like right here, you get down here on attack, things like that are more helpful than slow darts like that. Those ones don't even have a time to ping, they usually get broken. But anyways, to start it off, for defense, very important thing to when you're playing Sova on defense on Icebox, if you're Sova and you're back here and enemies taking the site and they're trying to plant, a really good recon, not really a lineup, but anywhere near the middle of the stairs, as soon as you see this little opening on the door, if you do a half bar stock dart, like that always lands right there. Pretty good lineup like that. So how most people try to plant right there. That's a good shock dart to learn. And the best part is you don't really need to line it up because it always lands around this vicinity. Good dart I like to throw. This is a sort of like a lineup you see on the mouse, right in that spot. You put your mouse caution bar or circle bar right there, and you do a 1 bounce full charge. This is a pretty good dart that lands right here. Scan people trying to come up. It'll scan them, and it'll also scan people coming out here. So that's a good dart lineup. And you only want to do this in the beginning of the round because you don't want to sit here in the open, right? So you always have time to throw this dart like that as soon as the round starts, and you'll be able to get info. And sometimes I just even do this. That's really good to check if people are going belt. Like that's a pretty normal dart. And you can even throw it right here. Really, you don't really need any crazy lineups for that, because like I said, you want them to be full. And keep in mind, like the more you bounce the dart, the slower it gets. If you're bouncing darts around, it'll start to slow down, see? So really, these ones doesn't really matter where you throw it, but if you're right here, this is super safe, But yeah, those are the things I would like to do on A as Sova. If I'm ever mid, a good dart is literally just right there. That's a good dart. It'll scan mid, and it'll scan partially on B here. As you can see, it'll scan them if they're out here. Stand right here and just aim above the container, like a little bit high on it. Just like that. The more you play Sova, the more you kind of get how to, do that dart lineup. And sometimes I could use that, and then if I have ult, I can ult. That's also good. A nice average Jonas dart, if you're ever here, is if you're on this spot right here. I've seen average Jonas do this. It's actually kind of, and I never really use this dart because I've never had the opportunity to really do it. Not a lot of people on high level like to go on the tunnel, but if you do if you line up the triangle on this spot right here, that little dot, and you're standing right here, be careful though, because you could get headshotted doing this. And throw that dart. That's a nice dart. You could see the kitchen, and you can wallbang that. But I don't really use that as much. I most of the time I usually don't have a dart, and I just run kitchen and try to hold it. Good dart right here is this one. Line it up on the end on the right bar, right there, just to the right a bit, and 1 bounce full charge, and you jump through it, and that's actually a really good dart. I use even on tournaments. It kind of scans everything mid and sort out here. So that's a nice start for mid, but you just gotta be careful. I've died multiple times with a jet. As soon as the round starts, the jet dashes and catches me right there, so you just gotta be careful. That's it really for mid. And most of the time I usually just throw this dart right here and try to use that as kind of like okay, I can get info, like, you know, they can't be anywhere around here, right? Because if this dart's pinging, right, think about it,
Scanning ahead.
if this dart's pinging, they can't be anywhere around there. So I use that to my advantage and like actually like shoot peek this, because most of the time people are like hiding right there waiting for the dart to go off, and then I like just kill them because I'm ready for them, and sometimes they're just right here. This is literally common spots that people, when this dart's pinging, I literally just pick this, and if they're not there, usually they're right here, and I just get a kill. I kind of just use dart as like, oh, you know, the first instinct people will do is, oh, I'm just gonna wait for this dart to go away, and you know, they'll sit right here, and then they won't expect me to peek right there because they're holding for these angles or that angle, and then I get a free kill usually. The things I like to do. Like you shouldn't be doing it every round, you know, you don't want to be predictable. For B, when I'm back here, like if I manage to get back here, a really good dart for like retake, and you know, when enemies are coming in, is this dart right here. You aim above the yellow sign. That's a really good dart. It scans pretty much everything except for obviously if they're back here, but you know, and if they're back here, it's gonna be bad for them to peek. But yeah, anything around this area, that spot or this spot, it's a good dart, and you could do that dart for really safely right here. You just gotta practice it. You just gotta aim high and full charge it like that. And you can even do like something like that. Like that's not bad, you know. Like those types of darts are good. You just gotta really practice how to do full charge darts, because those are the most effective ones. Like this one's trash. Like that's trash. That's a trash dart. Like, I would never throw that dart unless, you know, I'm getting pushed and they know I'm already here. Or a dart there maybe, and you know, kind of like create space, but you don't expect that to like do anything, you know. Maybe in Sova, maybe that'll work, but if you're on a radiant universe and you throw that dart, that's useless. They just shoot it right away. But it's a good dart to like peek with, you know, because they'll have to destroy it and you can peek with it. And if they try to plant, you know, if you just aim high like that, kind of just arc your shock dart, see where it lands. Like literally just aim high around. See this little 3 dots right here, like literally right there. Usually there's a sage wall right here, so if there's a sage wall right there, depending on how they play, I like to throw it further, like that, when they're trying to plant. But most sage on high level, when they do a sage wall like this, they try to plant right here, because you know, what is your instinct? The first thing when that wall comes up, most of the defenders, their first instinct is to destroy the left wall. So that's why on higher levels, when that wall goes up diagonally, the sage tries to plant right here. So that's why I like using that shock dart, and I've gotten multiple kills with it when the sage tries to plant. But yeah, I like those shocks more, and you could do those safely. And you know, when you're trying to retake, like I said, those darts are good, and these ones are good because they're safe. You know, if you're back here, I just usually do a bounce. Usually nobody's around here. Just do a bounce like that. It's not bad. Like you do those types of darts, and then you go with your team, you know. To offense, it's a really easy thing to do an aim when you're playing offense as Sova. Literally this dart, make sure that like you're around this area, because then they can't destroy it. Like they won't be able to see it. See, if that dart's right there, like nobody can try to destroy it. And anyone that tries to cross, you know, it gets pinged. And anyone that if you throw the dart like closer right here, right, people will be able to destroy it, and that'll be useless. But here, this dart is just for your teammates can run up without being killed, you know. So yeah, usually I don't even have it full, but because like usually I just do like that, because they can't really see it, so they can't break it. And then I get down here. What I like to do is I drone from here, you know, when your teammates are ready. Like this is really big, you drone right here. I would be careful of going right here because they can see you. So usually I just go back here.
Deploying drone.
And then I drone. I make sure to drone like right over here. Not too high, because then people can see it. And then clear, and then go up high like that. That's usually how I route my drone, and that's the best way. Remember, the higher you put your drone, the easier it is for the, like, you know, if you go up here, yeah, you'll see more, but then they'll destroy it. Right, you want to be able to fly it low at first, and then go high and check the right side, and then you go up high. See? And another technique for a Sova drone that you could learn is like, depending on where the ground is, you can only go as high, you see? But when you go over an object, you can fly higher as a Sova drone. See what I mean?
Take flight.
See now, like I can go up. See, but now I can't go up. But see the ground. See now I can go up. So that's how you wanna. That's how you kind of like. Most people don't know how to make their Sova drone go up. So you know, once you're up on this thing, you can go higher if you want to change it up. You know, but I recommend going low, going there. And usually if you have another dart and you know people don't go up there too fast, I usually always like dart like right here.
Scanning ahead.
I love darting that spot because it scans the Jenny here. It scans anyone backside. And I don't really need lineups for it. Sometimes I could change it up and doing bouncy stuff, but most of the time it's not good to really dart back there because people can like. I don't really dart back here because people can hide right here. That's kind of useless. So that's why I like darting on the sides more. So go for those. Go for those darts. Even like being creative like that, it's good enough.
Caution here.
For B, a really big important dart that I like is I go right here. And this flies high, so it's harder to see because it goes over buildings. And okay, so you see this little area right here. Little area right there, like the little triangle area. I put the shock dart where the shock is, right there, like that. See where the shock on the left of the bar, right here. Right. I put the left bar on it, like right above it, like that. See, I'm moving it left and right, and I just do a half bar. That is the really good dart I like to throw all the time on rank, and it clears pretty much everything around here except for when they hide right here. It wouldn't ping them right. Let me show.
Revealing
like
area.
it won't ping them if they hide right here, but then when they move they get spotted. So like if they try to wait for that dart, if that dart's pinging and they're sitting right here, they're actually trapped, because if they move, my teammates are already up and they're trying not to get pinged. So if they stay here, yeah, they can make a play, but they're gonna die like most of the time because a lot of people are pushing and it's really hard to hold. So if they tuck right there, they're dead. And if he moves, he gets scanned, and it doesn't scan back here, or it doesn't scan back here. But that's where you could use your drone and check those areas. You know, you run up for free and then drone right there safely. Like again, you could fly it high. I like to fly higher on B. It's not bad. If you want to change it up, here's another lineup. See that this area right here where the yellow bar and black diagonal bars are. Right between that, like right here, you get around this corner like that.
Revealing area.
That's not bad too. I've thrown that multiple times.
Scanning ahead. Caution
right
here.
there. You just replay the video and see where it'll land, and that's a pretty good dart. If you want to change it up, you know, you don't always want to throw that same dart, right? So I always have ways to change up my dart. And like I said, if it's full, it's fast and it'll go faster and it's harder to break, you know? And sometimes you want to drone and not dart. That's about it for B. Remember, that's the really important dart. Just make sure you tell your teammates that it won't clear
Right
that
here.
or that.
Here.
For mid, this the only dart I really throw in mid is this one.
Revealing area.
When I go under tube, you know, when my team wants to go under tube, that's a good dart. But I like that dart a lot. Other than that, Sova, I don't really mess around with mid because, you know, I want to help my teammates get to sites more, like either A or B. Like I always go A and B. Maybe I'll go mid one time, but I don't really go mid. I usually go A or B with the team. I feel like I'd rather be a gun. Because like say, most of the time when you're playing Icebox on high level, you have a Viper that's already doing lineups. So if you think about it, right? If Viper is doing lineups right here, right? He's doing I've seen a lot of the Vipers do a lineup. That's already one guy that's not with you, alright? So one guy's watching flank, maybe. One guy's watching flank, one guy's doing lineups. If me as Sova also do lineups, what do you have? You have 2 players left to hold, you know, everything. If you have 2 players holding here, you're just gonna run down your teammates. Kill this guy. Okay, you have a Sova doing lineups, you have a Viper doing lineups, and you have a guy watching flank. You kind of just lose the round. So most of the time, unless I have an ult, then that's when maybe I'll fall back and use my ult, right? So most of the time, I rather just hold the site, hold like something like this, like back here with maybe with my Reyna or whoever is holding with me, and Viper can do lineups. Right, or you can even hold flank right here as a Sova, right? And then you could help right away. Like that's more useful than doing lineups for me. as a Sova and you know and Viper. But usually when I play Sova and on B, I usually as soon as they tap the bomb, it's just easy. It's really easy to just do that and have your gun out. I already just do that than doing lineups because you know you're more useful that way. Like by the time when these two of your teammates die, when your player in yellow dies and you only have 2 people holding or 3, by the time they die, like you're in a bad spot. Like if you have to check if the guy's defusing the bomb, you know you're just gonna die if you don't have this control. That's why I rather just that's why most of the time I stay right here. Maybe I could throw like that recon, you know, I could throw the shock dart. But yeah, I just do that most of the time. Maybe get creative right here, you know, like that. There are certain times you should do like you know shock dart lineups, but it's just situational. You know, if you're in a 2v4, you don't want to be doing lineups, right? When you're holding bomb, you wanna hold your gun and try to trade with your teammate or try. If it's a 1v4 and if it's a 2v4, right? And you're planting the bomb and 4 people are pushing you and you run back here doing lineups.
Taking point.
And you're just baiting, you know, you're just baiting. You're letting your teammate die, and it's a 1v4. He's not gonna be able to do anything unless he's 10s, right? Like even if I'm playing with 10s, right? It's a 2v4. Me and 10s are here. Like I would rather just be right here, right, and have 10s back there, and then I can help him rather than just do shock dart lineups, right? Even if he's the best player in the world, you're just useless if you're doing lineups. You know, maybe when the time is really low and then you can go back there and use your ult, but really it's better to you know hold with your teammates. But anyways, yeah, that concludes my Icebox guide, guys. Try not to do too much lineups, especially on Icebox, because it's a very long range map, you know. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully my explanation or my rant kind of helps you out more how you know high level players think, I would say, or Radiant players think. But anyways guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for stopping by guys. Bye, I love you all.
Baby, I've been feeling different. You don't